Amsterdam 2022 is a periodic comedy thriller film written, directed, and produced by David O. Russell. The storyline revolves around three friends who need to work with one another after being accused of a murder that is linked to their past. Welcome back to Spotlight Moments, where you can catch all the reviews and previews of the hottest movies. While we're here, make sure to click that subscribe button and ding the notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's start with the positives. First off, Amsterdam is an all-star game. The top three billing of Margot Robbie, Christian Bale, and John David Washington were enough to draw me in. However, in every single scene, there is a very familiar talent that almost competes with one another to win each scene. I was a big fan of the performance of Margot Robbie and Christian Bale. Although Robbie's character didn't have a great arc, she still had a great performance. Bale continued to be awesome as Bert, as he was the funniest character and gave you a physical and emotional performance. Also, how Amsterdam was shot by cinematographer 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿 felt like I was transported back into the 1930s without the use of heavy green screens. David O. Russell has a consistent visual feel throughout that I quite enjoyed. However, I found that the story just didn't have enough behind it to keep you engaged throughout. The leads were accused of a crime, however, it felt like there wasn't any concern about that, and the story just shifted to have random sequences that didn't fit. Editing of the story within scenes also felt inconsistent. Also, it was genuinely confusing if David O. Russell was trying to make a satire-like comedy or a soft, dramatic thriller movie. Bale's Bert Berenson is a folksy doctor with a glass eye that keeps falling out. He's hooked on his own homemade pain meds, which causes him to collapse to the ground, which also causes his eye to fall out. Bale is doing intense shtick throughout. He is committed to the bit. Washington's Harold Woodman served with him in the same racially mixed army battalion in France during World War I. He's now an attorney and the more level-headed of the two. When their beloved general dies suspiciously, his daughter, a distractingly stiff Taylor Swift, asks them to investigate. But soon, they're on the run, inspiring a flashback to how they met in the first place. This is actually the most entertaining part of the film. Russell luxuriates in the duo's wistful memories of their post-war years in Amsterdam with Robbie's Valerie Vos, the nurse who cared for them when they were injured and quickly became their co-conspirator in all kinds of boozy escapades. The celebrated cinematographer 𝐦𝐤𝐿, a multiple Oscar winner for his work with Alfonso Cuarón in Gravity and Alejandro González Iñárritu in Birdman and The Revenant, eases up on the sepia tones that often feel so smothering in an effort to capture a feeling of nostalgia. There's real life and joy to these sequences in Amsterdam that's missing elsewhere. That's what's so frustrating about Amsterdam. It'll offer a scene or an interaction or a performance here or there that's legitimately entertaining and maybe comes close to hitting the mark Russell is trying to hit. Several duos and subplots along the way might have made for a more interesting movie than the one we got. Malek and Taylor-Joy as Valerie's snobby, striving brother and sister-in-law, for example, are a bizarre hoot. Nivola and Matthias Schoenaerts are mismatched cops who can't stand each other, can be amusing, and it seems like they're really trying to infuse their characters with traits and motivations beyond what's on the page. Shannon and Mike Myers as a pair of spies are good for a goofy laugh or two, nothing more. But despite these sporadic moments of enjoyment, Amsterdam is ultimately so convoluted and tedious that it obliterates such glimmers of goodwill. It's so weighed down by its overlong running time and self-indulgent sense of importance that its core message about the simple need for human decency feels like a cynical afterthought. That's gonna do it for us here at Spotlight Moments today. Let us know what your current favorite movies are, and we might just do a review on them. Until next time, make sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video.